Today, things here on Studio 10 are getting extra sweet. That's because we are in the kitchen with Stony Lake Toffee. Cathy from Stony Lake Toffee talking to us a lot about the toffee that you've brought that started as a tradition and is now expanding. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm really glad that I'm here today to talk a little bit about it.
Yes, and to share a little bit of your secrets too.
A few secrets.
This famous toffee. But let's start off with the tradition. How did this all even begin?
Well, I've been making the toffee for about 30 years and giving it out at the holidays. And the whole family got involved, in terms of like chopping the nuts and helping deliver the toffee. We'd hop in the car on Christmas Eve day, and it grew into like 60 or more bags of toffee that the kids were delivering. They had to start earlier than Christmas Eve day in order to get it all done. But it was so fun because everybody really loved the toffee and looked forward to it. And so they always ask me, why don't you sell this? Why don't you go into business? I first thought, well, that seems like a lot. A couple of years ago, I decided to go ahead and investigate. So I ordered toffee from all over the country, sampled it, decided that my toffee does have some unique characteristics, decided to go forward with looking at it as a business. So after doing that, I ended up hearing about this really great program that Michigan State has through their extension, and it's called the MSU Product Center for Innovation. Attended in the spring. They have a Made in Michigan conference that's held down at the Lansing Center. And so I walked around and I looked at all these other booths of people that were making product and selling it, either farm markets or in stores, and I decided this was going to be a deal. So that's how it got started.
Yeah, and here we are. That's so exciting.
Here we are.
And I love all of that, how this became family memories and tradition and the support from your family, and you took this leap and look where you're at now, which is so amazing. But I have to also ask, Stony Lake Toffee, where did Stony Lake come from?
Stony Lake is a really important place for our family. My dad built our cottage on Lake Michigan near Stony Lake, which is south of Pentwater on the west side of the state. It's such a special place for us that I thought it would really be a nice thing to associate with the brand. After we came up with the name and the labeling, I decided to launch it at a few farm markets near the cottage in West Michigan to see if people would actually buy it. I mean, it's one thing if you're giving stuff away, they like it. Yeah. But if they have to buy it, it's a little different. So we started small at these markets and we kept selling out. So we came back that fall after being up at the farm markets there and did the Okemos Farm Market for November, December, and kept selling out. So at that point, it was like, well, this could have a future potential. Yeah. Then the following year, I decided to get commercially licensed at a kitchen here in East Lansing. So I make it in East Lansing, and I also make it up in Hart, Michigan. And I have 2 employees now that help out making it and marketing it.
And what I really love is that sticking out to me is you're saying family a lot. You're saying obviously toffee a lot, but Michigan too, and how proud you are. In fact, on your box, it literally says, proudly made in Michigan.
Absolutely.
But that expanding is continuing because you're not only going to Michigan, you're now expanding nationwide. Talk a little bit about how that is happening in this perfect time right around Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Well, as we got our commercial license, I realized that we wanted to also put it out in stores too. So the very first store that we approached was Dusty Cellar, and for obvious reasons, they've been around a long time. They're known for quality and just a really great place to find unique things, and a lot of made in Michigan products here. So they started carrying the product last April, and then I've expanded to about a dozen stores in the greater Lansing area, as well as some up near Pentwater and the cottage. And then now we are planning to launch our website in the next couple of days, hopefully then be able to ship all over the country.
And now that we are in the kitchen, are we good to learn a little bit about how this toffee is made?
Yep, we'll do a little back behind the scenes.
All right. Let's head back to the actual oven.
Okay.